Good afternoon. All today we can see the chapter number 4, that is peripheral devices. So, what are the peripheral? What is peripheral devices? What are the different types of peripheral devices? Why it is used? As well as what are there some different types, and all that things we can see here. So now first we can see here such a different types of input and output peripheral devices. Peripheral means what? The devices just like keyboard, scanner, see here, keyboard, optical pen, scanner, barcode laser, joysticks, digital camera, pen drive, touch screen, headphones, as well as the printer, speakers, and their inject printers also. So that are such a input as well as output devices. Output devices means what? That are externally joined, just like printer and speaker. Input devices means what? They are such an internal work on there. So now we can see here what is peripheral devices. What is peripheral devices? A peripheral devices, also sometimes called as auxiliary devices, is any connected devices just like internal or external. We can see that examples. So that provides a scanner with additional functionalities, because we can join such an input device like as a keyboard. As for that keyboard, we can enter some text or enter such a different types of letters, cover heads, and etc. Outer means external means output devices. We can see the printer or speakers. As by using the speakers, we can listen such a different type of songs or any lectures and all things. That printers are mainly used as a external device. By using that printer, we can print that type document or print any documents as well as different types of pages also. So that peripheral devices follow into the three main categories. First is input devices, which sends data to computer. Output devices, which receive data from computer. And input output devices means what? Such as storage devices, just like our memory, RAM, ROM. Now see here, peripheral input devices are what? Joysticks, speakers, as well as external CDs, handheld, printer, mouse, keyboard, scanner, internal mode, internet modem, and monitor. So some are input devices, another are output devices. That devices means all that devices we can connect it to that device. Okay. For example, that external CD. In that external CD, we can working on that. That means what? Working on that means what? We can store such a data in that CD as a external. It is an output device or a external device also. Right now we can see the keyboard example. It is an input device, as well as mouse is also the input device or internal device also. Next we can see A peripheral device provides input-output functions for a computer and server as an auxiliary computer device. Without computing intensive functionality that peripheral devices connect with a computer means through that several input-output interfaces such as communications, it is called as COM also, and universal serial bus, that is USB, and such a different types of serial ports also. So all as serial advanced technology means all that are mainly attached to ones, means at a one PC or a computer we can attach a number of such input output devices. But in that, we can use one USB or one communication network as well as such a serial advanced technology. Means SATA at a once only at a time. So that peripheral device includes such a following things just like mouse, keyboard, printer, monitor, webcam, scanners, speakers, external drive as well as USB flash drive and CD-ROM also. So all that the different types of peripheral devices. Next we can see the all that is all that types in a describe. First, there are several types of peripherals. Means although they are commonly divided into three broader categories: input, output, and storage. Now we can see that in a first one. So that input devices are mainly convert the incoming instructions or actions from the user into variable information. Means it can be interpreted by the computer. For example, keyboard will be convert the keystroke into character because our machine or our PC we internally working only the binary code languages like a 0 1. Suppose we can type a program for the addition of two number. For that addition of two number, there will be, we can enter 10 plus 20. So 10 is mainly presented as in a binary form, means double zero, sorry, triple zero, one. For that plus we can use here operand or any operation code we can write add. But in that internally, they are working on that add as a binary coded language, just like they can use 0 1 or 1 0 code for that day. So for that add operation, after that add the second number means that is 20. So that 20 is mainly added in the computer, means there internally internal language. That 20 is mainly added as a double 0 1 0, and zeros always 4 times 0. So there will be performed the addition on that two numbers as two binary numbers as internally after they can produce the result, that is also in binary form, but we can see that result in a actual numbers, that is 3030. So they can convert that keystroke into characters that appears in a computer's display. While a monitor will transfer hand movements into the movements of a cursor that can be used to interact. What interact? That interact will be our OS, means our operating system programs. In another input means that peripheral includes the joysticks. That joysticks may be joysticks or microphones, as well as webcams and such a optical scanners also. So all that the different types of input devices are mainly presented here, and how it is actual work means they are working as well. It is really after we can see the actual output or actual display in our computer system. The output peripherals means that output peripherals are mainly translate the digital signals into the information. Means what? That can be interpreted or utilized by the end user. For example, a monitor or a display screen will be shown in our operating systems. Means that information saved in word file into a printed material. So the another output of that peripheral device, it includes the speakers, 3D printers and projectors. By all that, because by using all that, we can see the actual output. Suppose we can type in a YouTube, play the songs, Hindi. So the songs list is available here. We can select any one song and play it. But whenever we can listen that, after that, after joining the speakers to that our system. तसंच आहे 3D प्रिंटर्स आणि प्रोजेक्टर. जेव्हा केव्हा आपण प्रोजेक्टर आपल्या सिस्टमला कनेक्ट करू त्याच्यावरती, तेव्हाच आपल्याला त्याच्यावरती आउटपुट दिसणार आहे, किंवा जो काय सेमिनार चाललाय, सेमिनार्स मध्ये प्रोजेक्टर्सला कनेक्ट करतात डिफरंट टाईप, म्हणजे ऍज अ इनपुट सोर्स काहीतरी देतात आणि आउटपुट सोर्स हा आपण तिथे प्रोजेक्टरवर बघत असतो. आणि प्रिंटर मध्ये सेम असतं. प्रिंटर्स मध्ये पण काय असतं, जेव्हा केव्हा आपण प्रिंट देऊ, जो डेटा आपल्याला हार्ड कॉपीज मध्ये पाहिजे, तो हार्ड कॉपीज मधला डेटा आपल्याला त्या प्रिंट वरती दिसतो. म्हणून स्पीकर, प्रिंटर, प्रोजेक्टर हे सगळे आपले काय तर आउटपुट पेरिफेरल डिव्हाइसेस आहेत. तसंच some devices can provide both input and output signal. तर ते कुठले असतील तर मोडेम, राउटर्स and webcams. Webcam हा इनपुट आउटपुट डिव्हाइस कसा असेल, because that webcam is mainly used as an internal, म्हणजे इनपुट डिव्हाइस. कधी इनपुट डिव्हाइस, जेव्हा आपण त्या वेबकॅम थ्रू कॉन्फरन्स कॉल चालू असते तेव्हा ऍज अ इनपुट म्हणून आपण असतो, आणि आउटपुट म्हणून सपोज आपली कॉलेज मीटिंग ऑनलाईन चालू, द वेबकॅम इज मेनली important there because we can see to each other, means that teachers can see the students or student parents on the webcam. इंटरनल मॉडेम पण तसंच आहे इनपुट आउटपुट. जर आपण काही इनपुट सोर्सच नाही दिला काही मॉडेमला, तर काही आउटपुट प्रेझेंट होणार आहे का? काहीच नाही. राउटर्स पण सेम. म्हणजे जेवढे नेटवर्क रिलेटेड डिव्हाइसेस आहेत ते सगळे बोथ साइड वर्किंग असणार आहे, इनपुट आणि आउटपुट. समजलं? समजतंय सगळ्यांना इथपर्यंत? नेक्स्ट, स्टोरेज पेरिफेरल डिव्हाइस. आता स्टोरेज कशासाठी, तर आपण जो काही डेटा, जे काय ऑपरेशन आपण केले किंवा जे काय वर्क केलंय तो डेटा कुठेतरी स्टोर व्हायला पाहिजे. तर तो कुठे स्टोर होणार, आपण एकतर आपल्या सीडी मध्ये घेऊ शकतो, किंवा जो काय डेटा आहे आपण तो रेकॉर्ड ऍज अ रेकॉर्ड फॉर्मॅट मध्ये सुद्धा सेव्ह करू शकतो, किंवा काही एक्सटर्नल हार्ड ड्रायव्हर्स किंवा इंटरनल ड्रायव्हर्स वापरून सेव्ह करू शकतो. म्हणून त्याला काय बोलतात, स्टोरेज पेरिफेरल डिव्हाइसेस. So that is storage peripherals are mainly used to store recorded data, and it includes the internal and external hard drives. Means just like for example CD, ROM and DVD drivers and flash memory drives also. So depending on whether the peripheral is located inside or outside the computer system. Means in a case, it can be further classified as an internal or external peripheral device. So an external peripheral, it can be used to connect by many different types of cables and connections. Now today's the latest one, the common connection for the external peripheral is USB connection. Both because most computers have a several ports available and because simplicity of plug and play feature. त्याच्यात असेल तर आपल्याला फक्त USB कनेक्शन मध्ये आहे. फर्स्ट कीबोर्ड. आता कीबोर्ड का बरं का होतं कीबोर्डने? That keyboard is mainly is a human interface device which is represented as a layout of buttons. बघा आपल्याकडे कीबोर्ड असतो त्या कीबोर्ड वरती नंबर ऑफ बटन्स असतात. त्याच्यामध्ये 82 कीज वाला एक आहे आणि एक 102 कीज वाला एक आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ कीज प्रेझेंटेड आहे. So each button or key can be used either input or joystick carrier to a computer. आता लिंक joystick म्हणजे काय? Language related means which is currently gaining ground. म्हणजे something is gained from there. आता आपण कीबोर्ड मध्ये पाहिलं तर linguistic characters to a computer or call up or a particular functions of computer. They can act as a main text entry interface or a most user. So the traditional keyboards use to spring-based buttons through a never variation. Means that employ virtual keys or even projected keyboard. It is a typewriter-like device composed of a matrix of switches. Example, types of keyboards. आता ते टाइप्स ऑफ कीबोर्ड्स बघायच्या आधी आपण डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ कीज बघूयात. कुठले कुठले असतात डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ कीज कीबोर्ड वरती. तर first, by using our keyboard, whether we are writing a letter or calculating the numerical data, our keyboard is a main way to enter information into our computer. Means it is समजलं म्हणजे keyboard it is an our input device. पण हा प्रश्न पडतो का की how means can also use our keyboard to control our computer learning a few simple keyboard. म्हणजे काय तर different types of commands म्हणजे instruction to our computer can help you work a more efficient way. आता कुठल्या कुठल्या डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ कीज असतील त्या ऑर्गनाइज डेटा ऑर्गनाइज करण्यासाठी the keys on our keyboard can be divided into several groups. They are mainly categorized as per their functions, just like a typing keys, control keys, functional keys, navigation keys, and numeric keypad also. First, we can see the typing keys. The typing keys काय असतात? तर these keys is mainly include the same letter, number, punctuation, and symbol keys found in a traditional typewriter. Another is control keys. What are the control keys? That control keys are mainly used alone or in a combination with other keys to se- perform certain actions. The most frequently used control keys are Control, Alt, Shift, just like our Windows logo key and Escape also. तर मेनली आपण कुठल्या मोस्ट फ्रिक्वेंटली यूज करतो तर या मेन आपल्या चारच आहेत कंट्रोल अल्ट एस्केप आणि आपला विंडोजचा लोगो. नेक्स्ट आहेत फंक्शनल कीज. द फंक्शनल कीज आर मेनली यूज टू परफॉर्म अ स्पेसिफिक टास्क. आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे F1 F2 F3 हे तीन मध्ये कशासाठी स्पेशली तर आपले साऊंड सिस्टीम म्हणजे आवाज वाढवण्यासाठी कमी करण्यासाठी बंद करण्यासाठी तसेच ते डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शन कीज आहेत F1 पासून F12 पर्यंत. तर डिफरंट functionalities of that keys the different from program to program means it is labeled as F1 F2 F3 F4 up to F12. So their functionalities, their keys are the different from program to program. Different types of programs they can work as a different, not a same. नेक्स्ट आहेत नेव्हिगेशन कीज. आता नेव्हिगेशन कीज काय असतात? इट इज मेनली यूज फॉर मूव्हिंग अराउंड डॉक्युमेंट्स ऑर वेब पेजेस. आता आपण मूव्हिंग अराउंड म्हणजे काय करतो? मूव्ह करतो, पेज अप करतो, पेज डाऊन करतो, पेज राईट लेफ्टला थोडस आपण टेक्स्ट मूव्ह करतो, अलाय करतो. तर हे सगळं कुठल्या कीज वापरतो हे सगळं करण्यासाठी तर नेव्हिगेशन कीज. सो ऑल दॅट नेव्हिगेशन कीज आर यूज फॉर मूव्हिंग around a document or web pages as well as editing text also. So it is mainly include the arrow keys, home, end, page up, page down, delete and insert. सहा कीज जे कीबोर्ड मध्ये येतात as well as arrow वाला कीज राईट लेफ्ट अप डाऊन. नेक्स्ट आपले कुठले आहेत तर फिफ्थ वन आहेत न्यूमरिक कीपॅड. आता न्यूमरिक कीपॅड हा आपला राईट हँड साइडला प्रेझेंटेड असतो. तर that न्यूमरिक कीपॅड इज handy for entering numbers quickly so that keys are grouped together in a block like a conventional calculator or a adding machines also. So the following all that above are the different types of keys are mainly presented in a keyboard as well as such a different types of keys also present just like shift, caps lock, tab, enter, space bar, backspace. So all are the different means such a different types of keys. तर हे सगळे कीज आपल्या कीबोर्डवर प्रेझेंटेड असतात. जसे कीजचे डिफरंट टाइप्स झाले तसे कीबोर्डचे पण डिफरंट टाइप्स असणार. सो देर हिअर वी कॅन सी example of types of keyboards includes leisure keyboard, lighted program functional keyboard म्हणजे LPFK, wired keyboard, numeric keypads, नुसता wireless keyboard, USB keyboards, magic keyboards. तसे मेनली 9 डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ कीबोर्ड्स आहेत आपल्याकडे. First we can see we can see the different types of keyboards. Now The multimedia keyboard. What is multimedia keyboard? The keyboard that has all multimedia buttons. It is called as multimedia keyboard. That buttons means that buttons include play, pause, previous and next, as well as volume up, volume down, mute and special button to launch media. So also that button to launch a browser means my means my computer or a calculator is available there. Second type is a mechanical keyboard. So in that mechanical keyboard means it is an mainly primitive keyboard which is uses the physical buttons. For each key, it's called a mechanical keyboard. It makes noise when each key is pressed because it is a mechanical keyboard. So that button is paused down. A electrical sign is sent to computer device. Means it is mainly show the character. Next, we can see the wireless keyboard. So that wireless keyboard is mainly attached to Bluetooth or a ion technology or such a radio frequency. It is used to connect that keyboard with the computer device. So we can put the keyboard and parent system is not needed near the keyboard because it is a wireless. So this keyboard is lightweight and smaller in size also. So these keyboards should have a transmitter and transceiver. That two things are presented here. Transmitter means it sends the strokes to the keyboard as radio waves, which are received by transceiver kept near by a parent devices. Fourth type is a virtual keyboard. What is virtual keyboard? A keyboard used in as a smartphones, just like it is called as a virtual keyboard. So that keyboard is appears when needed and disappears when typing completed. Means it can be automatically set as per need. Just like our Windows system, we can use a virtual keyboard that appears on a screen. There is no physical object. Carry the virtual keyboard. असेच डिफरंट टाइप्स असणार आहेत कीबोर्डचे अजून तर तुम्हाला फक्त इन शॉर्ट मध्ये लिहायचं आहे. नेक्स्ट आपण पाहूयात पॉइंटिंग डिव्हाइस. पॉइंटिंग डिव्हाइस म्हणजे काय तर माउस. द पॉइंटिंग डिव्हाइस, why it is called pointing device? It's because here is mainly used to pointing that. Pointing devices are most commonly used to input device today. A pointing device is mainly the human interface device that allows a user to input a partial data to a computer. Means in case of mice and touchpad. So it is usually achieved by detecting movements across a physical surface. त्या माउस मध्ये पण डिफरंट टाइप्स आहेत. मेनली ते 11 टाइप्स आहेत माउसचे. आता आपण शॉर्ट पाहूयात. When the PCs are first launched, our consumers at a time very simple type of mouse had available in the market. There is such a limited functions such as generic code nice and that only. But in today's digital world, there is a various types of computer mouse are available with a multiple design to fit every computing style. So We can find that mouse for just about our particular use only. So, so, so that the types of computer mouse with such a different types of features and benefits for that users also. Now we can see here and say the analog device uses a 3D mice or a joystick or a pointing stick means the functions by reporting their angle of deflection. The movement of pointing device are enclosed on the screen by movements of the pointer means creating a simple intuitive way or navigate a computer's graphical user interface also. So what are the different types of mouses? We can see here. Optical mouse, gaming mouse, wireless mouse, laser mouse, traceball mouse, ergonomic mouse, 3D mouse, mechanical mouse, as well as ruler bar, finger mouse, and pen mouse. That is stylish. So, what is an optical mouse? That optical mouse means what? When the user is moves the mouse, the optical mouse is work as an optical sensor only. It is sensor that organizes the flat surface. म्हणजे आपण जो कॉमनली यूज करतो तो कुठला आहे आपला तर ऑप्टिकल माउस आहे. So it means it movements it is possible means thanks to photosensor system it was developed that mice are less prone and dust buildup as it is made up with no moving parts or buttons as well as the build of devices in the optical sensor means aperture can block its motion detection ability. In short, we can see the wireless mouse. What is a wireless mouse? The wireless mouse is allow user to move mouse without need of any connected, without need to connect any wire to the computer. So they are usually use the batteries or other charging devices for the operation to carry out information with these input devices. We must have a USB port as a receiver. Means what? Our computer they can connect with mouse in a charge of transmitting a different movement of or a actions through a signal also. Infrared mouse means what? This type of wireless transmission between mouse and the PCs means using an infrared signals or infrared signals to send the information and requires that the equipment it is mainly close to each other. So these inferior performance made them almost dead. There will be laser mouses also presented. So that laser mouse is mainly replace the larger LED light of an optical mouse with a laser tip implementation. Means they can make by eye. This type of computer mouse is work as a high power laser light. Means concentrated in a one point which allow mouse to detect even the most stipulate movements on a various surfaces also. Means on the move it has a laser with high resolution optical technology. Means what? It is much than a optical mouse which allows its better sensitivity, prescription and more efficiency in handling a computer. So So the key point of laser mouse, it is a best quality and accuracy of that sensor. It is mainly used in the mouse. So the some professional use is a precise that they need. So another types of laser mice, it includes a laser pairs for a even greater accuracy, and these models can even work on glass or reflective surfaces also that would leave a regular optical mouse useless. Now last we can see the trace ball mouse. What is trace ball mouse? The trace ball mouse is mainly designed as an optical mouse. It's similar to that some optical mice. It has a fixed ball at a one side. On the mouse of control, it will generate the input motion. Means that trace ball is stable and does not require much space. It can work on a most of the surface like laser mouse as compared to another mouse, since it is mainly extract to control. It is more evident in case of trace ball. Means therefore these types of mouse are popular in gaming industries. Means it is mainly the static as well as that movements are generated only by moving a ball with the thumb or finger as well as palm also. Means whenever we can turn it or that movement will be transmitted to that pointer. They are useful for a gamers to the, perform all kinds of tricks as well as designers and photographers also for designing graphics, and it is also comfort to work in a small space. It makes it innovative also. Next, we can see the scanners. The scanner is also called as an optical scanners. The computer input devices that uses a light beam to scan codes, text, or a graphic images directly into a computer or a computer system also. Means a scanner, it is an essentially an input interpretation convert text picture and a sources like a posters, printed images, documents like magazine images, notices and all. This can be produced a display the relevant information within seconds. Means at an another address or a display point, the documents that are scanned get converted into a digital format also, that is future edited or a modified any computer. There will be also the different types of scanners are presented. The one thing that is contained, the technical word, it is upgrading, means that scanner will also get upgraded as a technology involves. They are also available in a various sizes as well as configurations, etc. It can be assembled as per the requirement of end users, while some are specifically built for a scanning black and white document only. Another can also scan a color documents. So there will be the different types of scanners are presented. First is fed in or a sheet fed scanner. So what is a sheet fed scanner? It is a simple scanner that have the limitation of scanning paper documents only, as they have a feeder, means tray tray that takes in a paper kept in a tray, as well as it is scanning that anything in a book or a form. It is nothing possible to there. Means it is in, however it can be A few advanced models do have to option or scanning that several pages as an sequentially. And the second type is tableted scanner. It is a very commonly used available in our markets for a readability. So this model is mainly valuable for scanning books like magazines and educational content. So it is bound to a bulky handheld scanner. Though so that handheld scanner are mainly essentially used to scan barcodes. This useful for a business transaction and a general use also. So another scanner like a overhead scanner, the big format scanner, slide or a negative scanner also. So are also available in the market. So what is the role of that scanner? So the copying the another. What is the role of scanner? Some scanners are mainly standalone unit, means most of them are built as per the printing unit. So this device must be connected to the computer. Once it is plugged in, it includes its primary functions of scanning the given document by capturing the information. So it automatically it is saved as a document or sent to the relevant application for a further editing. The scanners have built-in feature to scan the relevant data in the form of text or photos also. So copying it in another important functions in, by the scanner can execute. It can be produced a hard copies of scanner images and send them to printer. It is also help to technologies like OCR enables scanning the software to convert a written document into a digital file that, that a word processor can edit. Not only this, the OCR or a optical character recognition, it is mainly empowers the scanner, means to produce the online copies of a tangible document. Such a possibilities are available in advanced program like Omni, Omnipages and Acrobat. So we can choose a good scanner as per the following such a different types of characters that like we can consider such a following points. First is the number of dots per inch, means DPI is mainly needed, bit depth requirement, as well as type of scanner you prefer, as well as their scanning area, resolution, and software compatibility. So that scanner has a digital copies of papers, photographs, or files of our computer, which can share with another easily or save in our system for a future use, as well as a majority of settings are modified and financial, and it is automatically to making a machine easy to use. So now today we can stop here. In the next lecture, we can cover the next page and remaining peripheral devices, just like um, storage devices and such different types of output devices. In the storage devices, we can see the RAM, ROM, EEPROM also, means that memory related devices, and output devices we can see the printer types and all. So today